gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to another episode of my Getae campaign, where we have captured Latium from the Italians, the heartland of the Roman Empire, in peril under my heel. A counter-historical development which would never, ever, ever happen.
Warriors all
Nothing resembling this could ever happen in real life, yet we've made it happen in the street, folks, and we're just going to continue plowing through Italy. I hope we could probably take Magnia Graecia pretty soon, albeit that isn't quite a guarantee. The Romans do have a buildup of troops here in Sicily, but I'm hoping
for the tribe. Warriors
over time we can overcome them at least.
Aye.
And apparently we do have some upgrades we have to do, so just give me a moment, boys. Just gonna quickly see. This guy is Getae at Noricum, right? May as well get commercial well, some more industrial well. Spy is apparently getting a nice upgrade. Go ahead and try to assassinate people with the greater skill at well, this guy. Not really doing a whole lot.
How can I assist you?
Go ahead, just continue to upgrade these spies. They are useful. And yeah, we have developed a neat army in Latium. And of course, we've been upgrading a province steadily too, so it should be quite useful for our purposes in due course. Yet what perplexes me is the completely disorderly state of the Roman army. I mean, they're just throwing these haphazard legions at me. Some of them way predating Marius, just ancient Roman units that have yet to be equipped in the modern fashion. Of course, we did fight 2 Marian legionaries, one of which was mostly filled to the brink with Histati, and the other... Wait, actually, no, I've only fought one. I've witnessed one full of elite troops, but right now they're down in Cassentia, I believe.
I propose, or rather ask for, a treaty.
You know, I don't see any purpose of having that type of treaty with them as Sicily. They just aren't really an important faction. I mean, the only reason I would entertain such a treaty with them is if I'm trying to get closer to Carthage.
The spirits have noticed that our...
But anyways, the Marians reformed. Now they're all the way to India, and they're probably going to be brushing up against the Parthians, who are also going to be expanding. So I doubt that they have really any importance. I kind of do want to upgrade this Pata. This hairy Pata. Anything here? Wait, actually, maybe not. Let's go see what else is going on around our empire. I know that we have this army too under development, so maybe I should be a little bit cautious about what the upgrades I do.
Death in battle. There is no finer ending.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this army into the mix here soon enough. I'm wondering, are there any units in Italy that I can develop? Seemingly not. I do question whether I should develop one of those horse barracks here. It's hard for me to get horsemen. I mean, there aren't a ton of mercenaries here, although in Magna Graecia that should be different. We should get access to the ruthless
Laying siege to their
and
hovels.
famous Tarentine cavalry. Nice garrison. You know what? I think we should play the siege out. I'm just gonna go ahead and build some more units for that purpose.
I am the destroyer of men.
I am the knife. Heading out.
Blood and glory.
And yeah, let's go ahead and kind of put this guy over here. See if we can spy out some activity
assist
in Sicily.
How can I help?
Now this general doesn't really have a whole lot of riz, doesn't really have a whole lot of developments about him. But he is still a general of the Roman Empire, of the Roman Republic, maybe. So I do need to be a little cautious. So this is a strong army, although with some notable weaknesses, such as his study, which isn't great, such as these Italic mercenaries, who are valuable troops. But there really isn't anything crap here. Like, even the weaknesses, they're just like average troops. They're not bad troops. So I have to be very careful.
Warriors all.
You know what? They just go too long.
Let them
I mean,
go.
sure, the enemy garrison is here, but we should be able to outvolley these guys pretty heavily. Meanwhile, yeah, we're recruiting some men here. Yada, yada, yada. And I don't really have anything else going on. So I might as well just play this out. Try to slay this Roman legion. Rip them apart. And our enemy has taken the field. Now, this actually is a somewhat precarious position, because their two armies are going to deploy together. Mine aren't. Mine are going to deploy separately. So, need to be a little bit careful here, I guess. A little bit careful.
Spokesman!
Let's see, what can I do here? Enemy army is enormous, albeit it's like my forces are gonna just deploy behind me. Simultaneously, I'm the attacker here, not them. So I think we just deploy back. I don't think the enemy are gonna move an inch. I think we're just gonna stay
Our
stationary.
reinforcements have arrived.
Yeah, we could just kind of wait for our army to properly come alive here, properly deploy together. Thinking we have this kind of center of Getae swords and the like, and you know what, we can go ahead and get our Italian late swordsmen to join into the fray. These guys are essentially flamboyant legionaries. So these guys are going to pack quite a punch, are going to be pretty effective. Meanwhile, we can, of course, have our archers and sickest skirmishers in the line behind. I think it's just appropriate for the sickest skirmishers to be here. You know what? Same thing with the Getae spearmen. Why not? Just have all of the more skirmishy units over and behind. We can go ahead and have our Getae noble spearmen just right over here. And there we have it. I was admiring the nips on one of those guys. But yeah, let's go ahead, get stuck in here. The balance of power says that we have an equal chance of winning. I think gonna have considerably laxer win conditions than that of the Roman army, just because a lot of these garrison troops are gonna be fighting with just aren't quite the best. Like, you can just see these mounds of lighter spearmen. What are they gonna kill from my side? My swordsmen will utterly chew them to shreds. These late Getae swordsmen, I mean, they're just not comparable. To be sure, I do have some militia-style troops with my Sika skirmishers and my Gethic spearmen, but the enemy just has so much more. Combine that with a general lack of cavalry on the enemy side, and we're going to have inferior flexibility, although we do have a dainty skirmish line. They have a lot more skirmishers than I do. So I have to be careful, particularly because my army is very Falx heavy. Actually, that in of itself might be a bit of an issue. I might dismantle my formation just so I could maneuver easier and just kind of start doing some more weird stuff because, like, I mean, frankly,
Battle ready and eager!
what the fuck are these guys doing? I mean, obviously, once they put these guys on the flank, the enemy are like, wait a minute. Okay, these guys are actually doing something. Hold on. That's not fair. That's not cool.
Battle ready!
They're doing something. What the?
Bows and spears! Bows and swords! Bow horsemen! Ready! Advance at speed! We have no fear!
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
There we have it. We're just approaching the enemy. To be fair, I'm not really, like, approaching the enemy all too intelligently. What the? I don't quite like what they're doing with that fire pit. I'm gonna be entirely honest. I fear the fire pit. I fear Prometheus and flames. Yeah, we're also gonna pelt that.
One of our units. Our general is under attack.
Chosen swords! Orders! Scrappers, ready! Noble horse! Bow horsemen!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Sword! For glory!
Yeah, it really does look like these pits are gonna do a bit of damage, but these guys really think that they can just charge into my guessing infantry with early precautions. Like, surely we see these Romanesque Italian fighters who can go in with gladiuses stream into the Romans. I mean, surely they would just, surely. No, it appears not. Okay, these Falxmen, I'll send them over here.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Here we have it. Here we have it. Are actually doing really well against my.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Surprises me quite thoroughly, given how adept my Falxmen are at chopping up armor. Yes, I see some exposed skirmishers. It should be easy prey for the cavalry on this flank. My Falxmen, of course, are about to get some absolutely devastating charges. At least they should. the world is just it was
Warriors ready!
So Italian swords should be getting dumpstered, and they appear to be. I just think that they're resilient units, so we're holding on, but they're not like exactly doing well or anything. I guess I could take out the jump with some of my cavalry, but
Ready to ride!
whatever advantage that gleamed from that charge is about to wear off. Finally, that Italian sword goes down.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Ready to ride! Cut them down! Noble horse! Take their heads!
Ready!
Orders!
Spokesman!
The men are wavering.
Ready and waiting! Heavy cavalry! Italian cavalry! Cavalry! Infantry! Battle ready! Orders!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Elite cavalry!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Italian swordsmen! Warriors ready! Ready and waiting! Warrior ready! Warriors!
Battle ready!
Ready for battle! Royal horse archers! Royal horse archers! Dacians! Noble horse! Ready! Bows!
Battle ready!
Warriors ready! We have no fear! Your orders? Orders! Battle ready!
Infantry!
Orders!
Orders! Ready! Battle ready!
Orders!
Anyways, there we have it. Sorry, I was locked into that battle, man. That was a humongous affair. Like, once there's at least 4 armies on the field, I lose the ability to commentate because it's hard for me to even understand what's going on in the field at that point. Although, to be fair, that battle wasn't as difficult as these types of things typically are. Just because it was basically one large line against another instead of like several flanks and stuff. So it wasn't too bad, but it still
Ready
felt
for orders.
kind of hard.
For the tribe!
So I went a little AFK there on the commentary. But my head's back, boys, so we should be good. And apparently this requires a different reform
Thirsty
level,
for
even
battle.
though... I mean, we're at the highest reform, though. It's acting as if we just... No, it's not different reform level. We just need a barrack that's not destroyed. That's all it is. Hello.
Warriors
Benevento.
all!
We should have the ability to recruit some of those guys. What gives? Actually, a little bit strange. In any case, I think I'll just dismantle this building. I really want to increase regional squalor even more. This would be a great shaman's hut. This would be a great opportunity for investment. We don't really need additional food, to be honest. But for this one, let's just destroy, right? Yeah, dismantle.
How can I assist you? The enemy will
For the
never
tribe!
know our secrets.
Ready for battle! To battle! On the move, lads! Thirsty for battle! Ready for battle!
Okay, let's check this army out, though. I mean, I was gonna say we should just get some more units here, but probably not, actually, because I should get some cavalry. But meanwhile, where the heck do I get cavalry? Like, I can't get them here, seemingly. Oh, I could just dismantle this farm. You know what? We could dismantle a farm and just build, like, the cavalry recruitment building here. It's fine. I need to be able to get cavalry somewhere outside of Dacia.
None will escape! Besieging settlement!
And yeah, we'll just wait a turn for that siege to
Warriors all!
resolve itself. Okay, I think that this turn is over, but productive. We took Cassentia. We took down another legion that was guarding it. It's honestly pretty good. And our income is once again increased, which is important. We were on the brink of bankruptcy not too long ago, so it'll be quite prudent to build up a nice reserve of cash here.
Our ancestors have
Defensive
spoken,
alliance
and
being
they have
offered by
named
these
you as
guys.
true friends. Do we dare ignore the other world?
I mean, shouldn't we have an actual military alliance?
Gold freely given and gratefully accepted is a blessing from the gods to all involved. So,
You know what? It's fine. Let's do an actual military alliance of sorts. Let me be curious. We have all of Cisalpine Gaul allied to us through liberations. Fine. Actually, isn't anything that we can do there. Beneventum will fall. Oh man, that kind of sucks. Not gonna lie. Well, we'll retake it from the Samnites, but kind of invested some money there. But otherwise, it's just gonna be lost. Yeah, we did encounter the Samnites. It was a rather rude encounter, in fact.
Warriors
Not one I enjoyed personally.
for the tribe!
Oh man, it actually is gonna take like 2 turns for us to get over here.
None will
It
escape!
might actually be more because of the winter. The Samnites actually picked a really opportune time to do that. That's interesting. Meanwhile, yeah, let's go ahead and try to build up something of value here.
Ready for battle!
the best thing to do here? You know what? I think I probably should go for... No, but this was just... These are like mostly ship things, despite... Yeah, let's go for this. Go for proper military technology. Simultaneously, yeah, these guys will go ahead and try to hit Beneventum. This army's just gonna stay and attempt to defend against what I assume will be hordes of Romans.
Yes.
I don't know.
Moving
Could possibly happen here. Or maybe not hordes. Maybe a Roman. I mean, I see this army over here, and they look beauty. It's like nothing here. 2 units.
The shadows.
And a little navy, but... I mean, this is the closest army that actually poses any risk whatsoever.
Ready for laying siege to their hovel. Aidan! Pitch it on!
Alright, that will just attack
Let them
next turn.
cower before
Might as well
us.
just wait one more. Give ourselves a nice, comfortable chance. Yeah, remember, I wanted to upgrade to something. Over in Pannonia, yeah, it was... I think it was this I wanted to upgrade. Maybe just not worth it because of Santa... Oh, never mind. Actually, we... give ourselves a chance. Yeah. Alright. Boom! Continue onwards. Now that's in Hispania. That's about as distant from our front as possible. And it's like, just imagine any scenario historically where the Romans end up losing Italy and are just complacent. Like, we don't even try to retake it. They just kind of chill and let it happen to them. It's just absurd, man. There's no possibility of this happening. Not even a slight one.
Our offer is fair.
Yeah, I'm just not granting any of these
A
Germanic
taupe.
factions any sort of access. Just nah. No way.
Will you not give up?
These guys are basically asking for us to protect them. Because surely, if a faction questions the intelligence of attacking one of these smaller factions, surely it'll be because of me, not because of them.
For the tribe! Thirsty for...
But yeah, let's go ahead and besiege this. I mean, actually, there's like literally nothing to fight here. I'll just lose a couple. And we can go retake it. Samnite Rebellion has been hurriedly quashed. Seleucian rebels. We can just kind of wait.
Set up a watch!
Okay, let's go fight this. Honestly, let's go do it. My men are starting to die, just ever so slightly getting sick of the siege. And it's the Witcher, so I assume that whatever impact the weather is having on them will be exacerbated given the weather. So let's just go ahead, try to win this out. have a lot of siege ladders. They shouldn't be too difficult to get up on those walls, yet you always take a lot of damage in a siege, and I'm like a little hesitant to use these Falksmen just because, you know, they don't have any armor. They're bound to get shut up.
Sword followers!
At the same time, these swordsmen are
Understood.
a little bit too valuable
it
to just like
swords!
throw away.
Grecian warrior!
Warriors, eager for
I
blood!
almost feel like it's just best to send my spearmen up. Like, we don't have the best
Dacians!
melee ability out of
Warriors!
formation, but
Battle warriors
at the
ready!
same time, they have so much armor that it'll be really easy for them to get closer to walls.
Spear
And
warriors!
after that, we can maybe get the rest of our men close. You know, the
Ready!
ladders.
Ready for battle! We go to take our place in history. Live or die, the gods watch us with pride, and our ready for battle! Hack them down! Dacians! Got them!
I didn't even know that you could put up a ladder on that thing, on that little like ledge or whatever.
Hack them down! Take their heads!
Okay, I kind of like that. It might make the ladders crash against each other a little bit, but that's a risk I'm willing to take.
Scrappers ready!
Let's just go ahead and get these guys nice and close. We'll have our general behind, we'll have our cavalry in the back. Of course, our cavalry is going to be completely useless for the siege, but matters not. As long as my spearmen continue to push these ladders along to their intended destination. Yeah, we're causing some traffic here. Some siege traffic, dude. Imagine getting like crushed by one of these wooden axles. Ugh. Up on the walls, I'm not seeing a ton of quality Roman troops. Ooh, these stone throwers. It could be lethal. They could get some kills. And yeah, we'll definitely lose some men in this approach. Which is why I decided to dedicate my spearmen to it. Yeah, we can go ahead and start moving our men forward and ooh. I don't quite like the look of these Italian slingers. Let's go get a cavalry unit up close to stop this nonsense. Here we go. My spearmen are starting to climb, dude.
We'll kill them all! Cut them! Those!
Yeah, you Italian slingers, you silly little buggers. You really thought that you could get this close to my men without getting chopped down. I'll pull your sickers out, boys. Give it to them. There we go. We took one guy down.
Knock them down!
Foregone conclusion. Those slingers aren't gonna live.
As you say!
The last pellet that they slung. Meanwhile,
Spear warriors!
on the wall.
Take them!
I was honestly really surprised by the sheer lack of resistance I was witnessing up here. Tell you what, they have some Italian town guard. These are the weakest troops into Rome's garrison, and they seem to be just shuffling around aimlessly. I mean, we're basically just cutting them up. We haven't thrown exactly our finest troops up on the walls, but yeah, at this point, the walls are solidly ours. They are throwing some javelins at us, but not a ton either.
Warriors!
Yeah, at this point,
Get
let's
running! Move it!
start approaching the walls with some more able troops.
Ready! Make them bleed!
I see some Italian guard have already routed, so yeah, we've done what we have to do.
Spears! Guard!
I'm gonna get my men to form up here.
Get
enemy swordsmen. So far it seems to have been an equal bounce. My men should have greater armor, but the swordsmen should be more vicious when they attack.
Spear warriors!
We're gonna get our Illyrian warriors up onto the walls now. Wait a minute. Are we sallying out with swords? I don't think I've ever seen this before. This is a new one. That's actually pretty cool.
Battle ready! Sword followers! Bow horsemen! Forward! Warriors ready! Our aim is true. Gotcha! Bow horsemen! Battle ready! Chosen spears! Take their heads! Spear warriors! We'll kill them all! Ready for battle! Sword followers!
Okay, so they're sword followers, these elite swordsmen to go fight the Romans. Now, my men have better stats in literally every single department, with the exception of armor. So we should obliterate these Italians, although the Italian swords do have more
Spear warriors!
support. These guys waver, but they're not really like dying. They're just surrounded, so they don't really like this position. Very few of these guys have actually gone half the way, so not really the end of the world for them.
Celts!
Honestly, really surprised by how this fight's going. Like, a little bit of armor shouldn't really be having the impact that it's having. My men should be winning decisively.
Guide our shots!
Maybe we could shoot a couple of arrows into these Romans to make them uncomfortable? Maybe that'll help. I don't know. We should be winning a little bit more handily in general.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Boys? Take a shot or two.
Sword followers!
I don't really see a ton left of the Roman garrison, to be fair. I think these swords have routed.
Spear warriors! Dacians! Get ready!
I do need to start getting down off the wall, so...
We hunger for blood and battle! Warriors! Spear warriors!
Okay, finally those Italian swords are starting to crumble. Half of my horse archers, these Italian swords are losing against the elites of the Sicorsi. Their armor is failing them.
Our
to
general is
lose
under attack.
Single combat repeatedly.
We hunger for blood and
And
battle!
over here, we just have to kind of
Dacians!
throw whatever men have come off the walls at the remaining Romans below. It's going to be a bit of a desperate struggle, but more and more of my men will pour in here to kind of help out. Besides, I believe in the quality of my troops here over the quantity of the Romans below. We do have the support of their slingers, which might make a minute difference here. But as the battle progresses,
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
we should start getting a bit of a numerical advantage ourselves.
Dacians!
Those Levy Marines actually are going to have more of a tangible impact because they're throwing javelins, man.
Spear
We're going to kill
warriors!
quite a few of my men there.
Swords! Dacians!
Yeah, okay. These horse archers finished firing. I need to have them stick around as like some sort of target.
Grecian warriors! Ready for battle! Take their head! Warriors!
Look how these Italic levies are considering routing even though they haven't done anything in this battle, dude.
Fierce!
Well,
Grecian warriors!
I was just trying to kind of get my men to maybe engage the Romans at an angle. I don't think it worked.
Celts!
Meanwhile, over here, these swordsmen are finally getting pushed back, but not pushed to the limit, man. They just continue to fight. My men are dying from the gates. The gate
Ready
defense
for
is good.
battle!
Boys.
Sword followers!
Finally have these guys down.
Spear warriors! Melee warriors! We'll kill them all!
Let's get them to come down a little bit here.
Celts! Make them
Oh my god! That fight just never ends,
warriors!
dude.
Eager for blood!
Okay, but to be fair about, we still have plenty of troops that have yet to enter the fight.
Dacians!
Like these naked warriors, like the sickest skirmishers. I think it's Foutsman, dude.
Sword followers!
These sword followers have gone obliterated. Note to self, never fight underneath a gate, bro. Might seem somewhat romantic, but you're basically just allowing a torrent to annihilate you. When you do that. Yeah, we're here. There really shouldn't be a whole lot standing between myself and victory.
Spear warriors!
Even wrapped around the edges of these units.
Make them bleed! Chosen spears!
Just I'm afraid that we're not actually properly targeting these.
Ready for battle!
About that, with this awkward
Spear
kind of,
warriors!
mob up, you know?
Swords!
Okay, have these guys run away. It's definitely the best bet for myself.
Orders! Hack them
At least my men managed to get rid
Spear
of the
warriors!
sword. Over here, you guys are losing decisively. Hold on, if this Italian sword collapses, then the other one should be pretty close to death as well. All of these Levy Marines, they've done from at this point. Nice, okay, one more. Just one more sword to claw through, boys. Just one more stoic Roman unit. Yes, okay, I'm seeing that in here. Beautiful. You know what? Not bad. Not bad for a siege. Terrible for a normal battle, but not bad for a siege. I'll take it.
Ready for orders!
But this time at 19k, I'm
Ready
like,
for
heck
battle.
yeah, dude, I'm looting. I'm gonna loot it. Loot it like heck. And slaves -8, you know? After this turn, maybe no more looting for me, but for now, I love me some looting. As per Beneventum, all of these just destroy public order with the exception of the Salt Kit. Which is not really what I want. simultaneously. I don't intend to have any immigrants here, so let's get rid of this Italian settlement. Get rid of this as well. I'm gonna chieftain's hall. I literally don't have his building elsewhere, so I think that shows how little regard I have for it, but we can have it here. Perfect.
For the tribe!
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait a turn because we sacked it. I don't see any need to continue to upgrade for now. And go ahead, send Latium. Send her to Illyrium. Apparently these guys hate me now. Go ahead and do this. And yeah. That should at the very least, well, public dissent slightly. And if we do normal, I don't know, we could do normal. I feel like normal taxation at this point in the campaign is kind of pointless. And next turn we'll have more income anyway. But yeah, there we have it, boys. All of Magna Graecia conquered. We steamroll across Roman territories. Sicily's a little bit more tricky though. I'll be honest. I'm a little bit adverse to going into Sicily because they could just bombard it with navies from everywhere. Like every single settlement in Sicily is a port. Do I really want to be surrounded by Romans? By Roman naval pressures? I don't think I do. I don't think I do want to be surrounded by Roman naval pressures from every single part of the map. Faction rises. It's like some sort of Armenian faction.
Ready for orders! Ready for battle!
Well,
Ready for orders! Warriors all!
can't recruit our boys yet. Too bad. Too bad, so sad. This army is not recruiting. Now, to be fair, I am pretty much at this point
You are
willing
welcome,
to make peace with the Romans.
but
We've
that
grabbed
welcome can
ridiculous
become a
amount of
farewell
territory
if you
from
waste
these
Roman
fools.
time.
But they don't want peace. They don't want peace at all. And I don't even know how far Roman territory stretches. I actually don't. Truthfully, I do not. I know the Romans are like somewhat in Hispania. I don't know how much Africa they've grabbed. I know that they're mostly in Africa. I know that. It's really not that specific though, to be fair.
For the tribe!
Okay, let's go
Ready
send
for orders!
this army over here. Like, just right next to
Is there
Rome.
nothing else? For the tribe! Thirsty for battle! Ah!
Let's go kind of play this out solely to experiment with how powerful my Dacian elites are. And I didn't even think we'd have a 1,400 person garrison at this point. That's actually pretty lit, dude. It's actually pretty solid. To be fair though, I do need to make sure that this army survives intact. They are basically going to be holding the Roman tide back. whenever troops come from Africa into Sicily, this is the army that's going to be responsible for keeping them at bay.
Warriors, ready! Orders!
So you know what? Let's go ahead, just have these archers stand at the ready. We'll have these falcons going to run off to the flames. We'll keep our cavalry.
Our reinforcements
in the
have
rear.
arrived.
I'm not going to use any of these garrison troops. I just don't see what point there is. But to be fair, I should have the range on these, what are they, javelin men? Oh yeah. Javelin men don't even have much range at all. So send our archers forward. They aren't the most experienced of archers. They've been mostly just shooting garrison troops, so... At the end of the day, how much skill does it really take to nail some hapless militiamen?
Elite cavalry!
And perhaps these Italian rebels will offer some healing targets to these Sarmatians to try to get them some proper experience.
Fire!
Yeah, let's just go ahead and just send a first volley, just in order to kind of bait these guys, you know? Just in order to goad them into doing something a little hapless. Looks like we managed to nail one guy so far. It's rather an artistic thing, you know? Just one dude, just one guy, just a single casualty of a volley.
Elite cavalry! Riders, advance! Noble horse! Ready! Well, it looks like they've taken the bait! Down that! Bowman! Fire! Ready for battle? Infantry!
Now if I was to descend from the mountaintops and don't charge, apparently. They decided to be merciful and not properly charge. It meant that they could quite easily obliterate with momentum. Except some of their less merciful allies do decide to charge. Which is glorious.
Infantry!
Yeah, it looks like our men are mostly just melting through these Samnites or whatever they are. So you think that they're just like random Italians. I don't think that they're Samnites.
Warrior! They will bleed for us! Infantry! Swords! Warrior!
You know what? At this point, I don't know if my archers are actually hitting their targets or just killing my own men,
We
so
hunger for blood
I think
and
I'm good.
battle!
Yeah, the aristocratic infantry, they've killed a total of 2 men and they've lost around 30, so they're definitely getting schooled. Hey, you know what? My Sarmatians managed to not kill any of my own men, which is enormously difficult, I think. Enormously difficult. quick victory.
Is that all?
With captives to sell.
Starting out! For the tribe!
Yet undeniably, my men do need to recover
Is there
from
nothing
their
else?
feats of bravery, so we'll just have these guys kind of chill out
Thirsty
over
for
here. This army will
Move
go
out.
here. Fastos, where the fuck is that? I like all the way over here? Yo, you're spying on the wrong people, dude.
Warriors,
You better have something more productive to do. What the heck? That is such a random place for the spy to be, but to be fair,
the
spies can
tribe.
go literally anywhere, so... This is not wholly surprising. I don't know, I could go for the Tarantine Freo Spears. They're kind of overpriced, but... I don't know, man. Could also go for some cavalry. Some of these mercenary Italian swords. Although I don't like the mercenary Italian swords personally. I feel like we're kinda... What do you mean different reform? We're at the highest reform level. I've already said that. Ticks me off whenever I see that, dude. So nonsensical. I'll just get another farm and
Ready
then
for
make this
orders.
purely agrarian economy, and we'll just grab 2 Tarantino Freo Spears. They're not the best units in the world, but they'll just have to do. This army is just gonna have to continue traveling south. As, you know, it's rather slow, but they'll make it. I'm starting to think, though, that maybe we should just
I am the
begin our conquest of the Bosphorus. I mean, we do have a lot of men that we can recruit over here, and I don't really rate the Bosphorian Kingdom's troops that much. After I tried a campaign with them, I felt like they were pretty damn bad. Do need to figure out which one of these factions to use. I mean, we might as well recruit one of these guys. Yeah, this guy's decent. Diodorus. Or Diuranus. I don't know how it came up with Diodorus, bro. So get Mr. Diuranus and... You know, just go ahead and get
We need good
a bunch of these Falxes. And some normal Falxes as well. I mean, we're going up against the Cimmerians, so we're really going to struggle to field hard-hitting infantry. So I feel like the Falxes are going to be an absolutely wonderful counter to them, even though we do have skirmishers who will hurt the Falxmen. It's just a matter of being able to overpower their hoplites with speed. I don't think the AI is going to skirmish all that effectively either, unless it's like a nomadic army. Some sort of weird Greek nomadic hybrid. AI is not going to be nimble enough to figure out how to use that, I could tell you. Artifacts innovation spreads. There's no more reforms left for me, so sort of irrelevant information for me. But that does demonstrate that the other factions are going to get stronger over time.
For the tribe!
Yeah, I have no idea when we're going to start getting
Ready for
better
orders!
public order
Faster!
here, but we're just going to have this army kind of just wait.
For battle!
Yeah,
Ready
these
for orders.
armies, they'll wait till they recover. This force can start traversing through Italia. And still nothing for me to recruit cavalry-wise, unless I just get these Samnite hired riders. Which I might, but they're so overpriced comparing to just like normal cavalry. It's not really gonna help me.
Ready for orders!
Not that much anyway. And I can't get, like, the units I should be able to get
For
out
the
of here.
tribe.
Last way.
Thirsty for battle.
I guess I can't really check
Stragglers
right
will
now,
be
but
left behind.
yeah, we'll see next turn, I suppose. Get the Getae Scout Raiders next turn.
Blood and glory.
Okay, seems pretty normal. Meanwhile, over here...
For the tribe! On the move, lads! Come, fight for us, lads! Ready for battle! Ready for orders! Warriors all!
I think that's all I can do. Yeah, end the turn. Okay. There we are.
I come seeking agreement. One that I hope will benefit both our peoples.
You know what? I don't even know where the Carthaginians are at this point. I am just... like, I'm willing to ally with them if they're not just like a couple of islands floating in the middle of nowhere. But if they are just a couple of islands floating in the middle of nowhere, I'm kind of just taking on liability for absolutely zero gain. It just seems pointless.
I propose.
This is a time for just prod.
Bound by treaty.
No. We ain't doing any of that. I'll tell you that.
For the tribe!
And I'm really happy this army is starting to recover. Makes my life a lot easier.
Warriors
And
all!
what about this force? Can we get those cavalry units? Yes, we can. It's not like exactly the best cavalry ever. It's actually pretty shit.
Ready for
But
battle!
at least it's not going to cost me an arm and a
Starting
leg.
out. Thirsty
And you know what? No one likes getting shot by a bazillion
Further
javelins,
orders?
so it could still be useful. public order up slightly. Well, issued all those commands. So these guys are gonna go like this.
Fight for us, lads!
You know what? Screw it. I'm not recruiting any of these guys.
Move out! I don't care
Go
how
like
dark.
this. Because it's like, at the end of the day, I have so many forces in that area that I really don't need to recruit the most. Simultaneously, I can't afford to maintain too many more units, so let's just get a bunch of Getae spearmen. They aren't, like, ideal troops, but they'll serve me well against petulant little Bosphorus kingdom.
What?
Well, let's go ahead and get into Africa. Start mapping out this territory. The Romans have lost a humongous amount of territory. At some point, they've got to make me their priority. But they are also at war with like 10 other factions. They've bitten off more than they can chew, arguably.
You have recruited so many units, the treasury is buckling under the weight of their upkeep. Capturing new territory would spread...
I mean, I can always capture more territory. We also have so many armies in the field that are like treading water right now. If we take them off of their stance, then things can get hairy all at once financially. I'll just wait this turn out. There's literally no upside to moving right now.
I come seeking agreement.
Ooh.
One that I hope will benefit both our peoples.
I mean, I'm broke. If you guys got money for days, send some to me. I'll take it. I'll take it and I'll use it. Whoopsies. Okay. So, now that the winter has passed, They have considerably more income and also more options. Yeah, let's just do that. Always worth it to get more farm income. This army. And I do want to like have a move on to go fight the Bosphorus Kingdom, and it looks like it's gonna take him like a year to get over here, so and you know what? Maybe I should have just recruited here locally. Did I have the populations? I did have the populations. Oh man. Such a waste of time moving these guys. I didn't remember, but I had this type of recruitment capability over in Scythia. That kind of sucks.
For the tribe.
No, I should move these guys over. I mean, like, what is the point of just having them be some policing force?
Getting on our way. Warriors all. On the move, lads. That path is blocked. Get moving. Ready for... On the move, lad. The way is blocked. Ready for... Starting out. Thirsty for battle. When your feet bleed, you can moan. For the tribe.
I don't know, dude. I'm like regretting recruiting this army so much now. It's gonna take them so long to get here. But what choice do I have? I just have to be patient. Like, if I destroy them and try to re-recruit this, I'm just gonna run out of money, like, instantaneously.
Thirsty for battle.
Now, what about my spy?
How can I help? I am not going there. I have things to attend to.
Okay. Well, that turn was rather anticlimactic, but there literally isn't anything else I can do. Or then, you know what? I can go investigate my diplomatic relations. There's no one promising that I could trade with.
Speak quickly and well.
Besides, each trade agreement at this point is hardly going to glean any income.
Speak quickly.
But
Do not
interestingly
expect
enough,
the good
my
wine
power
to ease your parched
disbalance
throat
with
when
the
you are...
Romans is slowly ebbing away. Like, this is actually not that bad, I don't feel. Yeah, where is this Roman power?
When mortal
Where is
strength
it?
fails, it...
The Carthaginians, I think that they're just like two islands at this point. It's a miracle that they still have Corrales. Like, they shouldn't. I think the Romans just kind of glitched out.
I offer this in the name...
Your people are wide.
Opportunity for me. Let's go focus on civil. Alright, boys, I think this is going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again